The fifth dimension.
Yes.
Okay.
It's not something that they can physically see with their human eyes, but they're able to know that it's there because scientists have the ability to have access to equipment that the average everyday person doesn't have.
So that gravitational pull is different than
Very different.
Than the regular gravitational pull that we know.
Very different.
Why? Because it doesn't pull you to the center of the earth, it pulls you away from the earth?
I don't know. I'm learning a lot of this stuff as well. But all right. So what do you think of this? Because as time goes on, especially with everything that is going on, I feel like we're going to see a lot of people wanting to tap into this type of matter and be able to tap into unused and untapped human abilities. Do you think that a lot of this technology that is being developed is a way to try to stop human beings from being able to do that?
It very well. I mean, listen. All this technology that's developed is a lot of ways to remember. They came after your third eye since he was a kid, right? But regardless of what, something is happening, and a lot of that calcium and shit is being removed and liquefying or whatever the hell it does, and just moving away. And you know what I mean? And all these things that have been done to fuck with people's visual it's just being removed for somehow. You know, so you could be onto something there, but it's an uphill battle, right? Barking up the wrong tree type of thing, right? Because I mean, and I'm not a very religious person, and I don't study no different kind of religions, you know, but I've heard a few different talks about certain people's reigns, you know, coming to an end, right about now, you know, according to certain things. The hell is Wit talking about?
You said you changed up your hair 3 times in 1.5 hours.
Don't play with me. I could do this. Don't be mad.
Listen, I don't know. I'm very fascinated by this type of stuff. It's extremely interesting to me. And my spidey senses get to tingling when I see how they know these things exist. They know it's out there. And they're trying to be that, I guess you could say, that fence in between human beings not being able to tap into these untapped abilities and keeping us in this 3D existence. Because, just to be quite frank, a person who's operating on a 5D level, there's nothing that they can do with a person like that.
You don't see me. I can't see. I don't
There's
see
nothing
you.
that they can do with a human being who has that ability.
I don't see you. I don't see you.
That's what I'm saying. There's nothing. I mean, in all actuality, they show it in the sci-fi movies, and they try to make it science fiction, but it's just the reality of our universe,
That's
right?
why you see, like, that's why nobody can be perfect, right? We you know what I mean? Nobody can be perfect. But at the end of the day, right? I mean, I got a few things going on, right? I got a few things going on. That makes me pretty kind of a good guy, right? Kind of a special person, a little bit. You know what I mean?
I can agree.
Damn sure ain't perfect, right?
I don't think anyone is.
But a little bit special, to say the least. And you know, saying all of that, oh, video and audio is tightening up now. Now, so don't you go talking about the I'm
not gonna talk about that.
Don't go start talking about the. Okay. Stop talking about the.
Once we get everything fixed, we'll be talking about it more. Don't worry. As if we're gonna stop talking about what's happening in the world.
As if somebody's gonna stop us from doing what the hell we want to do. I mean, just so to your point, right? That you're saying, like a person operating on five dimensional, like I'm with all the good things I have going on. I can't. I mean, not can't because I don't believe in that word, but I haven't achieved being able to do a simple thing to some people, like meditate. I can't. I haven't been able to yet get my mind to a place where I'm completely just not thinking. Just completely just not thinking, but still awake. I haven't been able to achieve that yet, right? But I believe it's because once I get there, oh, you got me fucked up. Oh, you got me fucked. Okay, now I can tap in. Now I can go talk to the ancestors. Now I can go where I want and go. What? Don't play with me.
Right.
Don't play with me. Don't play with me. What?
And that's the thing, though. That's my point. There will be absolutely, especially to the extent that it is now, where you see all this big government all over the place. Once people learn how to live in harmony with the planet, there's no. I mean, what's the point? You're gonna see a lot of things changing. You're gonna see a lot more love in the atmosphere. You're gonna see people being able to live among each other and do things that are seemingly impossible right now. It's gonna be a whole different ballgame, and their grip on humanity is gonna be. It's just gonna be worthless. They're not gonna be as needed.
So I didn't see this written anywhere, but I heard a real interesting story, and it's, I mean, yeah, like an interesting theory. And it stuck out. I'm gonna call it a theory because, in my mind, it's a theory, right? Regardless, the person probably told it as a story, but it stuck out as a theory. Now, the theory says that once upon a time, mankind was living, just like you're saying, in harmony with nature and earth, and mankind understood that everything that we needed to not only survive but to thrive was already here, right? Was already here, right on between the air we breathe, the water, the land, all the fruits, all the foods, all the minerals, everything that we possibly needed. And we had an understanding amongst man that there was no ownership over any of this. So therefore, just because where I have settled, not where I own, where I have settled, and this area that because I settled, I feel that I need to take care of to do my part into nature, right? Just because this area grows rice does not mean that I own the rice. All it means is that I'm settling on this area and this area has rice. Your area might not have rice, but you're just as entitled to this rice as I am. Just as entitled. I'm no more entitled because I've chosen to settle here. So anything that you need that's on mine, not mine, but the place that I have chosen to settle, you're free to it. And vice versa. And this way we all lived in harmony. Except, come along some people.
Them folks.
Some from God knows where. And where they came from, they came from a thing where they even had to eat each other to survive. Because resources were so limited. And that in itself created it's a kind of mentality to where, you have to, you're not just gonna be You're not just gonna be straight living in harmony with everything.
Right.
You have to fight, and you have to possess ownership.
Yeah, it's a scarcity mindset.
Right. So therefore, when you come into this and you realize that everybody's living on this harmony, and you can't understand how to blend into it, you start, doing your own thing, and everybody's kind of like, nah, that ain't the way. This is the way. Resources and and they're like, well, we don't have any real resources to offer this to the society, so we are vulnerable, because if these people decided to shut off those resources, we're back in the situation that we came from. So what we have to do now is create some kind of a value system and an ownership system. And it progresses and it progresses and it progresses and it progresses and it progresses. And here we are today. But anything that has a beginning has to have an end.
Yeah, completely agree. But like I said, this is very fascinating to me. And as a person that has only even begun to access this at a surface level, I'm telling you, it is something that, man, you can't even really put into words what the experience is like. But it's possible. And this is what they fear. They want you to stay in the 3D because that's what they control.
Right.
Anything higher than the fourth, they have no control over it. They're trying to access control of it, but it'll never happen. So I just see it as a protection mechanism. Like, I'm going to be the highest version of myself because I know that that's the thing that they're afraid of the most. So why not at least try to tap into it?
Shout out to Glow Nation. Got my phone blowing up this morning.
Who?
Glow Nation. Courtney Omega, you know?
Oh, shout outs to Courtney.
Oh, bang.
All right, after we come back from the music break, I want to get a little bit more back into this video because, again, like I said, I think this is an excellent presentation, and I really want people to be able to hear it.
Which video is that? You're talking about the one when technology starts to read your mind? Mm-hmm. Okay, guys. So if you're listening to us on another platform, you're going to have to come on over to urbancountryfilms.com. That's urbancountryfilms.com. I'm going to turn off this stream because we're going to get back into this music. This is niggas in Paris, the Jay-Z and Kanye West, and there's a warning on this thing. Epilepsy warning. So you got epilepsy, you got to turn off. Either way, if you're on any